Hello there, Dr. Martin here again with another amazing video, this time on how to download the student data files needed for CIS 1. These files are very important to complete the application assignments, and since we will start our application assignments with Word, I have put the link to download the student data files in that area. And so that's where this video is. So let me share my screen. We'll go back to the course page. Click on the course. Always start from the home page. If ever you get lost, go back to the home page. Right? Everything's laid out in sections with due dates and instructions on how to do everything. Right? So we're going to scroll down. Okay, and here we are in our first application assignment, Microsoft Word 2016. I have a little video guide there about how to complete the assignments using the textbook. Then I have a little brief outline of what we're going to be doing in this section. And then here is the link to download the student data files. So we're going to click on this link here. And once we download these one time, they will be good for Word, Excel, Access, and PowerPoint. Right? Everything in class will be downloaded in one time in this one download. Okay, so you don't ever have to do this again. Right? So here are the files, and I have some step-by-step instructions, but kind of assumes you're using the same operating system as me and all that. So I figured I'd do a little video as well, and you'll notice once I update it that it'll have a video link here. Which it doesn't appear there now. Okay, so first, here's the student data files I need. Okay, we have to have these student data files in order to complete the activities in each section of the Rutkowski book, that big spiral-bound book that says Office 2016, and the review assignments, and those are the ones we're going to turn in. All right, those are the ones you actually submit. Okay, so you can read these later if you want, but we're going to start by clicking on this link right here that says Student Data Files. This is a zipped or compressed file. So I'm going to click on it, and I'm on Windows 10. And so for me, down at the lower left-hand side, I'm going to see that this file has finished downloading, and it's sitting right here ready for me to open it. So for me, I'm going to click on this little arrow right here, and I'm going to say show in folder. You can say open to, but I'm going to say show in folder. And what this does is it shows me where I have downloaded the student data files. For me, it's on my PC in the download section. Okay, and you'll notice I have several of these folders here because I downloaded them a bunch, practicing and helping people. So I'm going to delete the others. So here we are. Here is this folder that has the student data files on it. And you'll notice that it has this big zipper on it. And that's what I mean when I said it's a zipped or compressed file. Basically, when we attach a document to an email to send it or a link on a page, we can really only do one file at a time. But we can take a bunch of files and put them in a folder and then compress it or squish it down and make it one file. It's smaller than all the files separately, and we can send it as one file all together. And then when you download it or you get it on your email, you can open it and you can unsquish it, right, or unzip it, uncompress it, and you'll be able to use all the files inside. For my in-class students, I compare this to, imagine if you had an empty Coke can and you needed to mail it to someone. But your box was really small, and so you squish that can flat, you put it in a little box or envelope, and you sent it, and then whoever received it put it into a machine that could unsquish it flat, right, uncompress it, so it looked like a brand new soda can. That would be amazing, right? So that's what a compressed file does. Okay, so we're going to click on the compressed file, and you'll notice for me in Windows 10, I have a new tab that comes up right here. So watch, I'm not clicking on it, but now when I click on that folder, it says extract up here. You can also double click on it and you will open up that compressed file, and you see inside is a folder called CIS1 student data files, but we still need to extract it. Okay, so we're going to click on that file, and then we're going to choose up here on top, extract. Now, if you're using an older operating system, you know, like Windows 8 or Windows 7, it might say something like, you know, something a little bit different, but basically it should be similar. So we're going to click on extract, right? It opens up this tab that has all the tools in it, and I'm going to click on extract all. So I'll click on extract all. That means we're going to extract everything in the folder. Okay, and then it opens up a window that says select the destination. Now this is where you're going to have to decide. For my online students, if you're working at home and you're working on one computer and you know you're going to do all your assignments on that same computer, then just save them to your downloads or save them to your documents folder. Okay, if you are a student who has class once a week, we're going to work on them in class. Maybe you're going to go to the library and then take them home, or you know, if you're going to use them on multiple computers, then you'll need to put these on a USB memory device. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to download them to your documents folder first, and then I'll show the USB drive. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is click on the browse button right here. Click on browse, and it opens up a new file explorer window. On the left hand side shows us all the contents of our computer, and on the right hand side shows us all of the detail of the folder that we're selected. So right now I've clicked in my documents, and it shows everything in my documents. Okay, if I click in pictures, it shows everything in pictures, right? So I'm going to go back to documents. Okay, and then it's probably a good idea at this point to create a folder that says CIS1. Okay, did you catch that? I should do it again. Okay, to create a new folder for the class. So I'm going to click on new folder. And for older operating systems, you can also go somewhere in the white space and right click and choose new folder. It's going to pop up, and you'll notice that the title of this folder, new folder, is highlighted in blue. That means I can immediately start typing. I don't have to hit delete or backspace or whatever. As soon as I start typing, it will type right over that blue highlighted title. So I'm going to type in capital C, capital I, capital S, space, and the number 1 key. And I'm going to hit, I can hit enter, I can hit select folder or whatever. I'm just going to hit enter. And then here's CIS1. There it is. So I'm going to open up that folder. Okay, and in here, this is where I'm going to extract these student data files. Okay, once I select the folder, then I can see the path here. The C drive, users, T Martin, documents, CIS1. Your path might look a little different. You know, if you don't have multiple users on your computer or don't have an account set up, it just might say C document CIS1. As long as the last part right here, right, says document CIS1 or something similar, then you're going to be good. Okay, then you can go ahead and click the extract button. Okay, but I'm not going to click it yet because I'm going to show how you could also put this onto your USB drive. Okay, so I'm going to click the browse button again. I'm going to pretend that I'm a student who comes into class, and I need to be able to put it on a USB memory stick, not just download it onto my computer. I'm going to make this window a little bit bigger. Okay, so you can see over here, I have lots of stuff over here. I have my C drive, a DVD drive, an expansion drive, a G drive, H drive. I mean, there's so many drives. I even have a couple of USB drives, but none of those are ones I want to use. And I'll show you some good tricks here. So I'm going to take my USB memory stick. Here's my USB memory stick. It's just a memory device. Sometimes you will hear them called jump drives or USB drives or USB memory or whatever. But basically, here I have a bunch of them right here. Right. So I have there's lots of different types. And you can probably get one of these at Walmart. 8 gigs, probably be good enough for everything you do in college for maybe $5. Okay, this one has a snazzy little whoop. That's that. Did you like that sound effect? Boop, right? This one had a cap and I lost it. All right, so basically you just plug that into your computer. This is my favorite one. I call him George. And I'm going to plug that into my computer down here. And there we go. Sometimes you hear some. So there it is. That nice little sound you heard. I'm going to go back to share my screen. Okay, so I have my File Explorer window here open. And I plugged in my thumb drive. Notice how it has this cool little name, Tom's Lexar. Lexar is the brand of the USB drive I bought. And I always like to name my drives because, you know, I forget which one's which, and it's hard to tell, right? And I name it, right, by right-clicking on it in the File Explorer window and choosing Rename. And again, just like we created that new folder, everything is highlighted in blue, and then you can type in the name that you want this to be. And it really doesn't matter lowercase, uppercase, because everything's gonna be in uppercase when it's done. So Tom's Drive CIS 1, right? Oh, that was too long. I'll take Tom's Drive. That'll be fine. Hit enter. Okay, so now it says Tom's Drive. Every computer I plug this into, no matter if I'm at home or at work or the office or whatever, it's going to retain that name, which is nice because it helps me remember what's on it. Okay, first thing you should do, I know I'm kind of getting off on a tangent here. If you're new to USB drives, you could maybe fast forward this a bit, is open up a Notepad document. I like Notepad, and if you can't find Notepad as easy as I did, if you just kind of put your mouse over here and just start typing in N-O-T-E, your computer will find it for you. Okay, and then you're gonna put in your name, Tom's Drive. Please call me if you find this, because what's going to happen? You're going to leave this in a computer in one of your classes or somewhere, and you're going to walk away. And if you don't have any contact information, then you're never going to get this back. You're going to have to redo a lot of work, right? So I'm going to put my number, 530-555-5555, right? And then I'm going to put in Tom's email at gmail.com, okay? Put a phone and an email and your name. Don't put your physical address. Don't put anything else. That way they can call you. Here at the college, they will look for your contact information, okay? And then call you if they find it. Okay, we have to save this now to our thumb drive. Click on File, Save As, Owner Info, okay? Tom, and I'm going to save it right to my drive. I'm not going to put it in any folders. This is called the root directory of the drive. Anyone can open the drive and see that there's a text file in there that has the owner's info, and they can contact you. Okay, so I hit save. Now I can close this. Okay, and then I can see this in my thumb drive if I open up my thumb drive. And then I see owner info right here. Okay, back, and we're going to hit the browse button, and I'm going to find my thumb drive, and here's my thumb drive. I gave it a name, and then I'm going to create a new folder just like I did on the hard drive. All right, I'm going to create a new folder that says CIS 1. Okay. Oops, accidentally created 2. Yes, bye-bye. And so I'm going to open up CIS1. I'm going to click Select Folder, just like we did for our hard drive. And here I'm going to have a path. Okay, this path will be a little bit shorter because it's just going to my USB drive. Okay, now that I know the location I'm going to save my student data files, I click on Extract. And I'll get this cool little green bar. And it'll say, I'm unpacking, I'm uncompressing, and don't worry, everything's going to be fine. Okay, there we are. It's unpacked. Here I am on my drive, or if you put them in your documents folder on your computer, here it is there as well. Okay, we can double click to open it, and we see files or more folders in there. Okay, Since we're going to start with Word, probably a good idea to open up the Word folder. So double click on that. And you'll see Word S1, 2, and 3 at least, maybe S4. And inside these folders are all the files you will need for the activities in each section of your book. So we're working on Word section 1. So we open up the Word S1 folder. Okay. The Word S1 folder has all the files we need for Word Assignment 1, which is found in Word section 1 of your textbook. Okay, so here's all the files here. Now, activity 1.1, you're going to create a new file from scratch. You get farther a little bit in, it's going to ask you to open up the vacation special document. And the first thing that's going to do after you open it, right, we double click, open it. So here's the file, and I'm going to click on Enable Editing. First thing it asks us to do is to save it under a new name. We do that because we don't want to make any changes to the original without saving it under a new name, because if we make some mistakes, we can always delete the file we saved with the new name, and the old file with this name will still be there, and we can start again and open it up, give it a new name, and we can start all over again if we mess it up. Okay, so we give it a new name by clicking on File, Save As, and I'm going to save it right back into that Student Data Files Word S1 folder. Everything in section 1 will be saved here. And the way that it wants us to save it under a new name is go to the first part, right, the beginning of that title, and type in the number 1 and a dash. That's it. And then we hit Save. Okay, you'll notice that it's in Documents, CIS 1, Student Data Files, Word S1. Boom, it's there. Okay, and now you'll see that the name has changed in the top of this document to the new name. Okay, I'll make some adjustments on my screen just because I like it this way. Okay, and then you'll start working on the activity. All right, so in brief review, we need the student data files to complete the assignments in Word, Excel, PowerPoint, maybe Access, depending on your class. And make sure you download them to a place that you remember, right? You remember where it is. If you're an online student and you're working from home, or you're working from just one computer, download it to your computer. If you're going to be moving from computer to computer, or if you have an in-person class here on campus, then use your thumb drive to save everything to. Okay. If you have any questions about anything we went over, or anything further that you would like to ask about, give me an email, or give me a call, or talk to your instructor. Again, Dr. Martin signing off here on this how-to video to download the student data files. Have a good night.